It's time for the Smash Our Stash collaboration share, and this month we were smashing kits. Hey, it's Beth, welcome. This is the Smash Our Stash collaboration. This is just a collaboration I host each month to encourage you to use up things in your stash that were either like easily hoardable or easily forgotten, to pull those out and start using them. This is a collaboration, so there is a hashtag up in the title and in the description of the video that if you click on, it will bring up a list of participants that are playing along with this month's collaboration. If the hashtag tends to bring in some odd things, there should be an option like right under, like at the top of the search screen, that says refine results to hashtag only. If you click that, it should clean up the list and bring it, like kind of narrow it down to the participants. This month the theme was kits, so it could be any kind of kit: scrapbooking, sewing, embroidery, woodworking, whatever. Just any kind of kit was what we were supposed to be playing with. So this month, I focused on 2 old Flavor of the Month kits from Scrapping for Less. Kits tended to be both hoardable and forgettable. I mean, I love them, and so I collected a bunch. You know, I signed up for several, but then I didn't have time to use them, or I don't know, like they would just go into I would be excited to get them and then look at them, and then they would go into my stash. So I decided to pull out a full and a partial kit and get those out of my stash and put them to good use. So I'm using the June 2018 At the Beach kit from Scrapping for Less. Scrapping for Less is no longer around, but Teresa, who owned Scrapping for Less, now does some design work and collection coordinating for the Not Too Shabby shop. So some of the products or some of the papers that you see here, like you can find kind of similar styles with Not Too Shabby if you're interested. Anyway, let's get through this. I have a lot to share. Like I said, I did a kit and a half. So for this At the Beach collection, this had papers from Cartabella, Echo Park, Little Darling rubber stamps, Doodlebug, and then various stamps and accessories. Since this first collection was a mostly full collection, I think I had used some of the Doodlebug mini collection, but that was it. The rest of it was all full. I decided to work through my sketch sets. So with my sketch set number 1, I made 3 cards and utilized some of the small cut-aparts that were on one of the sheets. And then there were a couple partially used papers in here. Oh no, actually what this is this is all the backs of the cut-aparts. So I used the back side of some and the front side of the other just to use up I kind of did, this is one of my other sketches you'll see here in a little bit, but was just trying to use up those rectangular pieces. So that was sketch set 1. Then I also used sketch set 2, which used 4 different papers. And this is the sketch B, which just uses some strips, and I just added a bunch of embellishments to kind of make that a little more fun. And then sketch A made 4 cards, and I utilized some of the embellishments that were included in the kits. There were some ephemera, a few ephemera pieces, and then some stickers, and then a few puffy stickers. But then I also brought in some of my own stash that kind of coordinated just to help embellish. Like this is a chipboard piece from my stash, and this was one of the stamps. So that was 2. Then sketch set 3, and I again used a mix of stickers and embellishments that were included in the kits, as well as some from my own stash. to create 6 cards. And then sketch set 4. This was the one I had used along with sketch set 1 to use up the cut aparts. I did some more of those grids and then just decided to do a cardstock circle with some the word hi that I had cut out of scrap vinyl in my stash. And then on the sketch A, I just kind of used random ephemera pieces and a sticker, and then puffy stickers as embellishments. And then sketch set 5, made a bunch with this as well. This was one of the stamps in the set, and as was the fish, so I just used those to decorate the front of these cards. And then this is sketch B. Kind of brought in a random mix of items to finish those off as well. And then sketch set 6. Just made 3. And then I kind of combined some of the stamps from the Echo Park set to create like just an ephemera piece there in the center, kind of like that one, and then just added fish at the bottom. And this is the rest of the Doodlebug collection. This is sketch set 9. And so I got 2 of these, again using a stamp set from the kit. And then, so this was A, this was sketch B, and then sketch C. And then these were the stamp sets that I used with this collection, with this kit: the Sunny Studio, Sending Sunshine, Echo Park's Vitamin C, and then this was a Scrapping for Less stamp set that is At the Beach Sentiments. So that was the first kit. Then I used a fall kit from September of 2020, and this was all Scrapping for Less papers. And this, I didn't use my sketches, I just kind of found kind of figured out layouts that worked best with. This was a partial one, so I didn't have like, I think I had used some of each of the little mini collections within the kit, so I was just trying to use what I had and just kind of created some designs that I could work with to use up the last of those papers. So I did pull out this sketch. This is Cards TV sketch, like an older Cards TV sketch. And then this was on, there was a sheet that had cut aparts in this collection, so I was able to use that. And I didn't show it on the first kit, but I did put scraps on the insides of all the cards. And this is kind of, this I guess is for this. That was just my own, but this was the Cards TV sets that I made. And Hey There Pumpkin was a stamp in the stamp set. And I'm sorry, words are hard today. Our family is sick and my brain is a little foggy this morning, I guess. Then I have this one, which just used up an ephemera piece included in some of the papers. And one of the collections was sunflowers and bees, and it had like a really pretty sunflower stamp sentiment, so I brought that in. I did several in this sign, and then this one is one of my sketch. This is from my sketch set 1. I just used it to use up some of the last bits that I had left, brought in some ephemera in my stash. And then there was a cute little scarecrow stamp, and so I used him. A little apple gnome. This was a stamp in the collection as well. And then this is Operation Ride Home sketch number 154. I use it all the time for last little scraps that I have. And then save that one. More of the little scarecrow. So I thought this was a really pretty collection. And this is one that I had already had colored up from the first time I used it, I guess. So then after all was said and done, I had these pieces left, which are from like a mix of the little mini collections. So I just kind of pieced them together like a patchwork grid here, and then added a sentiment in the middle, and then embellished with some of the little enamel dots that were in the kit. So the stamp sets that I used from this one was the Hey There pumpkin. These are all Scrapping for Less stamp sets. Patches was the scarecrow, and then Sweet Fall was the sunflowers and honeybees. So I got 2 kits out of my stash and managed to make a whole bunch of cards. So I feel really good about that. Again, please be sure to check out that hashtag that's in the title and the description to see what all of the other collaboration participants made with kits this month. You're going to see a variety of kits and a variety of projects, I'm sure. As always, I thank you guys so much for your time today, and I hope you all have a very crafty day.